If you create or purchase training, you have got to ask yourself one question every time. That question coming up. So every week on this channel, we tackle one challenge related to workplace training. And this week's challenge is, how can we get rid of boring and useless training? One of the things we often do is ask people to describe their experience with training. Read the following description and see if it doesn't describe what you think most people's experience is like. Does that sound like useless and boring training? I think so. So, what is the solution? Well, there's one question which is foundational to all excellent training. Are you ready for the question? It's, what do you want people to do? Now, that might seem a little bit simple, but it's really not. It's a foundational question. Let me explain why. First of all, what do you want people to do is opposed to what do you want people to know. Knowing and doing are two different things. We don't want just people to know about something. We want them to actually be able to do it, to apply that knowledge in the workplace, to know exactly what it looks like in their job and in their work environment. Okay, so now we got past the first stage. We're rid of knowing and we're going to focus on doing. And that is key because so much of training is just an information dump. It's all about knowing. But that's not what we're after. We want excellent training where people are actually being trained to do something. And that is how we make it useful. So, once we want to make something useful, we need to say, we're going to take that question, what do you want people to do? And when we answer it, we set forth a workplace goal. Now, a workplace goal is extremely important because that is your target. That's what you're aiming at. Let me give you an example. Let's take an example that everyone would understand. Almost everyone has eaten or does eat at a fast food restaurant. Okay, so let's say that we're going to train some new hires at a fast food restaurant. These are young people, probably teenagers, and this is their first time, maybe even in a job. So what would be their workplace goal? Let's just be not too technical, just matter of fact. What do they actually need to do in this restaurant, in the workplace? So they would probably need to be able to greet customers politely. They would need to take orders. They would need to deliver the order. And they would probably need to troubleshoot any problems that might come up with the order or with the payment, etc. So 4 workplace goals. Or that is the workplace goal, but it has 4 parts. Okay? So do you see that that's our target now? And are all of those things doable? Certainly. Do they all start with action verbs? Yes. Okay, I want them to greet. I want them to take payment. I want them to deliver the order. And I want them to troubleshoot. Those are all verbs, action verbs. Okay? They're all doable action items. And that's my workplace goal. The training will transfer to the workplace. It will be useful because I'm right from the start giving a goal that makes sense. It's practical. And even better yet, I can measure that. Can I see if they are greeting people in a polite manner? Can I see if they are actually taking the order correctly? And can I see if they are actually delivering the order correctly and troubleshooting? Yes, all of those things, yes. You see, we get rid of useless training when the training is focused on the workplace and it's practical. And then on top of that, will my participants feel successful? Will they feel ready to start the job if I've given them all of those skills? Yes. In fact, we've got many ways to show you how. but we'll get them involved and we'll make them feel empowered. And many things to talk about later. But for now, the workplace goal comes easily when you ask the question, what do you want them to do? Now, a note for those of you who don't design your own training. I'd hope to get you that point. However, if you purchase training, please do the same thing. Ask yourself, what do you want people to do? Then the answer to that question should be exactly what you take to your provider. And you say, I am considering purchasing a training from you. Here is exactly what I want my people to be able to do once they have completed this training. Can you get them to that point? If they say, no, we can't, then don't buy the training. If they say, yes, we can, say, okay, I'm going to hold you to that. And then right then and there is your assessment. If my people can do this when the training is done, you were a good provider and I'll be back. If my people can't do this when they're done with the training, I probably need to look elsewhere next time. And then that holds you accountable for your training dollars. That's holding your people accountable. Look, Joe, Sam, Sue, when you're done, this is what you should be able to do. If you can't, I need to know that. And that will help me know that this provider was not worth our time or our money. Or if you can't, is that because you weren't actively involved or seeking to obtain the skill? That helps you also have some accountability with your people. You see what I'm saying? So this is why what do you want people to do is so important, because it helps you formulate an excellent workplace goal that will drive everything that you create for training or everything that you purchase for training. So I've given you one actionable tip that you can start using today. So the next time someone comes to you and says, we need a training, the first thing that should come to your mind and hopefully out of your mouth is, well, what do we want people to do? And that includes whether you're going to create a training or whether you're going to purchase one. And if you'll stick with that question, you'll be sure to not have the focus be on knowing. The focus will be on doing. It will help you drive your workplace goal, and that will help you be the focus for the training so that you know whatever you create or whatever you purchase will be practical. And when things are practical, people enjoy the training. They find purpose. And when people find purpose, it's not boring. They love having new skills. They love feeling confident. Now, there's many more ways to keep training from being boring. So we're going to share those with you on our channel. So if today has been helpful to you, and if you want to learn more tips, and if you want to grow in your confidence as a trainer, designer, or training purchaser, then please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for spending time with us today. See you next time.